Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl. I'm a creative entrepreneur embracing every aspect of life with artistic intention. Join me as I share the way I live and all the tips and tricks along the way. Allow me to inspire you to do the same. Please like, share, or comment on my videos. I'd love to hear from you. And if you subscribe to my channel, you'll be first to know when there's something new. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use Bruges lace to make a spiral for this beautiful crochet lace shawl I designed for Vintage Modern Crochet book, and it's called the Bruges Lace Shawl. Here's a picture of it, and let me find the prettier picture of it, and I'll post it into the video as well. See that here? Isn't that beautiful? It uses Bruges lace, but it uses it in a technique that I've developed where you make a spiral based on the increases of a circular medallion, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do in this video. We'll do one of the smaller ones just for time's sake, but what you'll understand from the technique is that you can apply it then to a medium and a larger one to make the entire shawl. So let's get started. The shawl uses one skein of Be So Fine, which is my fingering weight bamboo yarn. It's 650 yards per skein, and one skein will actually make this entire shawl. And here is a picture, or here's a view of how we're going to do it. Bruges lace is usually done in a tiny strip, but what we're doing is joining it in concentrated joins as we go in a pattern so that it can work out in a spiral and still stay flat. Think of it in terms of working a crocheted hat where you started at the center of the crown, and let's say you did 12 double crochets into the starting chain, and then in the next round you would work 2 stitches in each of those 12 for a total of 24, and that would increase you out to here. So that's working 2 stitches in every stitch. Then in the next concentric round you would do 2 stitches in one stitch in the next, so that you would go from 12 to 24 to 36. And every concentric round after that you would still only work 12 increases. You've just worked them in every 2 stitches, every third, every fourth, and so on. And if you understand what I'm talking about there, it'll help you to really understand what we're doing here. Okay, our setup row is to chain 6. And we're going to work 3 double crochets in the 6th chain from the hook. Remember, the loop on your hook is not a chain, so we're going to count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or because we chained 6, working in the 6th chain from the hook, because we don't count that loop, would then be the 1st chain. So we're going to yarn over our hook, insert our hook into that chain space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. So now we have a double crochet into the 6th chain from the beginning. And we're going to work 2 more double crochets in that same exact chain. So yarn over our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert our hook in the same chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we did chain 6 and we worked 3 double crochets into the 6th chain from our hook, which means we now have 3 double crochets and a chain 5 space to the right hand side. First section starts with a chain 5, and we're going to turn our work, and now we're going to work 3 double crochets in the center double crochet. What that means, we have 3 double crochets right there. You want to work our 3 doubles into the center one. So we're going to skip the first double, and we're going to yarn over, insert our hook in the 2nd stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to do that 2 more times. Like that. Okay, now row 2 is to chain 2, and we're going to slip stitch into this chain 5 space down here, chain 2. Now we're going to turn our work, and we'll work 3 double crochets into the center double crochet, which means we're going to skip the first one and work into the 2nd double crochet in the 3 double crochet section on the row below. 1, 2, 3. Okay, chain 5, turn our work, 3 double crochets in the center double crochet in the previous row. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we're going to chain 2, sorry, slip stitch into that chain 5 space all the way down from the beginning. Chain 2, turn our work, and 3 double crochets in that center double crochet. And I'm going to set our work down now at the end of this row so I can show you what we've done. You know how Bruges lace is normally just a strip, right? Well, we're doing that strip of 3 double crochets, but in our chain 5 spaces, we're now working it around in a circle. So because we're joining on every other row, we're joining down into that center space with the chain 5 spaces on the outside, staying outside, and I'll show you that on the chart. We're right here now. We did our first one, and we're now joining on one side and working the loops on the outside. So we're going to come around like that. And now this section says to repeat what we're doing through row 16. So we're going to repeat rows 3 and 4 until we've reached 16, or a total of 8 chain 5 spaces on the outside perimeter and a total of 8 chain 5 spaces joined to that first chain 5 space. So with the chain 2 slip stitch chain 2, we're going to do that 8 times on the inside, and we're going to do chain 5 spaces on the outside 8 times as well. So follow along and do that with me, and then we will then I'll show you how to do the next round in the spiral. You can see the spiral starting to show now. I'm almost to where I need to be. I've only got 6 loops now, but you can start to see them much more easily, and you can count them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want to keep going now until I have 8 on the outside and 8 on the inside. Okay, we should have 8 now. I'm going to count it one more time just to be sure, but I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I have 9. Just back that out. Okay, so let's just double check one more time now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now we're going to start the second section, which is to start with chain 1. Actually, let me get right back to where I unraveled just a little bit, so we'll... Okay, so row 1 is to chain 5, turn, and 3 double crochets into the center double crochet in the row below. And the outside edge is always going to stay the same. It's always going to be chain 5 on the outside. It's what we do on the inside that changes within every section. So the first section was to do all 8 joins in the first chain 5 space. Now in this second section, we're going to join twice in this one. Then we're going to join twice in this one, 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 and twice in this one. What happens is if you were doing regular strips of Bruges lace, we'd only join one time in each chain 5 space. But because we're trying to grow this and we're going to double the amount of chain 5 spaces in the next round, we have 8 now, we're going to have 16 in the next one because we're going to join twice in each one of these. So now for this first one, we're going to chain 2, just like we did for the other joining ones, but instead of joining them all into that first one, we're now going to join once in the very next chain 5 space on the inside. And then we'll work our 3 double crochets. Well, we did chain 2, slip 1, chain 2, then 3 doubles, chain 5, turn our work, 3 doubles in the center double crochet of the 3 double crochet section, and we're going to chain 2, and we're going to join into that same chain 5 space one more time, chain 2, slip 1, chain 2, and then 3 double crochets in the center again, center double crochet that is of the 3 double crochets, chain 5, turn our work, 3 doubles in the center of the 3 double crochets in the previous row, and now it's time to chain 2 and slip stitch into the next chain 5 space along the first section. Chain 2, so we've got chain 2, slip 1, chain 2, which always counts as a chain 5 space, 3 doubles in the center double crochet of the row below, chain 5, turn our work, 3 doubles in the center double from the row below, chain 2, and we look over here, we've only got one join in that chain 5 space, so we need to get a second one in there. Chain 2 and 3 doubles in the center double crochet of the 3 doubles in the row below. And set our work down now so you can see what this is looking like. See how the spiral is starting to grow? And we've got a second row begun now. I'm going to show you what this looks like also on the original again, because it'll start to make more sense now. Let me find a good one. Here we go. So you can start to recognize it on here. That was all of our increases in the first round, and now we've just begun to come out here, and we're starting with 2 joins in this one, 2 joins in that one, 2 joins in that one. So we're starting that second section. Okay, so you want to repeat this all the way around, and when we have 16 chain 5 spaces around this perimeter, then we'll be ready for the third section. Now that we're getting close, I'm going to set my work down to see how far I am. So we're going to start by counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're at 14, and I think this is a great time to mention a tip that I like to use when doing spirals and Bruges lace is to add a stitch marker. I like to add a stitch marker to the beginning of the new section so that we don't go too far, because we could very easily forget that that's the first one of the double increases in every stitch and continue on and make a really roughly voluminous following round. And what I want to do is just work in every one of these chain 5 spaces 2 times until I get here, and that's when the third section starts, where we start doing 1-to-1 joins and then 2-to-1 joins, because then we're still trying to just maintain the 8 increases around, even though the number of chain 5 spaces will be larger. Okay, now we've reached the end of the second section, which is where we worked 2 joins into each chain 5 space around the perimeter, and now we're ready to add a slower rate of increase, meaning we're going to work 2 joins into this chain 5 space, then 1 join into this one. So we're going to join into this one 2 times, then this one once, this one 2 times, this time once. And I'll show you what I mean by that. We're going to chain 2, slip stitch into that chain 5 space that we marked with the slip stitch, and after this we'll move it up now to the next round. Okay, so we're going to join into that same chain 5 space a second time. And then for our third join, we'll work into the next chain 5 space. Okay, so we will move our stitch marker up to the beginning of this round. That would be the chain 5 space of the first of the 2 joined in that first one, and then so now you can see we have 2 joins in this chain 5 space, 1 join in that chain 5 space, and that's what we repeat around this section, and you'll just keep repeating in that same ratio as we go along. And I'll show you that again on the original shawl. I'll show you on the really large center piece now, so you can. So we worked 8 times into the 1 chain 5 space. Then on this next section, you can see we joined twice. Then on this section, you can see the rate of increase was 2 joins to 1, 2 joins, then 1. Then on the following center, we did 2 joins, 1 join, 1 join. Then on the next one, we did 2 joins, 1, 1, 1. 2 joins, 1, 1, 1. Then on the next round we did 2 joins, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2 joins, 1, 1, 1, 1, and I think you get the idea then. So that's how we do Bruges lace in a spiral in the same rate of increase as working double crochet in the round, like for example in a hat. I've done this several times in several different types of projects, and you can see more about the technique that I've done on my blog. And if you want to do this particular pattern, check out this book, Vintage Modern Crochet.